Joshua Meyerowitz, 7 Chesley Drive. I'd like to do part 3 of my update on what I witnessed at UNH on May 1st, and this time titled Assaults on Protesters and on the Truth, and Will There Be a Real Investigation? I appreciate you guys unanimously passing a resolution to partner with UNH about student constitutional rights and physical safety, and I think UNH needs your partnership. The Faculty Senate voted and in motion in May for a transparent investigation of events and also for a community forum. We got the second part. President Chilton has scheduled a September 17th 1 p.m. forum, and good news, people can even submit anonymous comments and questions online. But it's not specific to the events of May 1. The president also is convening a working group to review the events of May 1. Well, that's important, but it's not an investigation. An investigation means looking at evidence, gathering eyewitness testimony, looking at videos, public statements, news reports, documents found through Freedom of Information Act and so forth. There are a lot of things that need to be investigated. To summarize a few of them, investigate the only identified outside agitator who condemned the protests hours before they began and sent troops. That's unmentioned in the UNH documents. Investigate why the normally very professional UNH chief of police charged into protesters out of uniform to struggle away a flap from them. Investigate why UNH has yet to tell the truth about that. Investigate why 2 students who did not touch the UNH chief of police were fingered by him for violent arrest and falsely charged with assaulting him. Investigate why it took a right-to-know request by a journalist to reveal the truth about the protesters not yet violating any rule when their permit was revoked and when they were attacked for a pre-crime. Most had nothing to do with the few tents that were there. No one had camped overnight. Investigate why grad student Sebastian Rowan was so violently attacked by 2 UNH police officers. Interview the officials who were present, who have yet to see that accurate information has been communicated. Investigate why, after no evidence was available that Sebastian had assaulted the chief, then they upped the charges to him assaulting the 2 officers who had violently assaulted him at the direction of the chief. Investigate why Aiden Turner, not running away, not in a protest area, was violently taken down with no warning, even to telling him he was under arrest. Investigate why the UNH police falsified a probable cause affidavit about Aiden Turner with just fantasies. They're all, as I mentioned in an earlier presentation, there are only 5 words here that are true. They were also chanting slogans. Everything else in this description is false. Investigate why the UNHPD has not withdrawn these false assault charges against Aiden, relying on their credibility with the courts and putting Aiden under stress to take a plea deal tomorrow. If anybody wants to go in support of what's going to happen, 1 p.m. in Dover District Court. Aiden's fate aside, this injustice damages the long-term reputation of UNH and doesn't clear the air for future events. Investigate why the anticipated August 19th grand jury indictment of Sebastian Rowan didn't happen, but he's still under threat of it coming back at any time during the statute of limitations. Other charges against him are pending for October 8th. Investigate why the plan for how far to disperse the peaceful students suddenly changed when at first they were just pushing people down to the Maid Street sidewalk. They stopped there, as you can see on the left side, but then they suddenly started pushing further and arrested people who were on the sidewalk, arresting them for just trespassing on the lawn they were not on. To preserve his study abroad program, this student was forced to accept a plea deal without ever seeing the charges against him because otherwise he'd lose his right to study abroad. Again, he was charged with illegal activity on the great lawn that he was not on. Investigate why UNH officials, including these witnesses here, have yet to admit the chief dean was out of uniform and on an aggressive mission of confiscation. Investigate why the UNHPD staff, or Todd tells me are sworn Durham officers, have yet to tell the truth to correct the enduring news media record that will haunt these kids forever when anybody Googles their name. I appreciate, again, you're taking that role in helping the town of Durham to ensure the preservation of the rights of every resident, including those at UNH. My prior presentations are available on YouTube. Search on my name, UNH. And please, I hope you will partner with UNH to heal what happened and to move forward in a peaceful way. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not what I planned to do in my retirement, but I was a witness and for moral responsibility.